Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
And Kelly. Hey, Sid.
Hey, Mom. How are you?
I'm
Doing okay?
doing great.
Doing okay?
Yeah.
So when we're recording this, though,
It's not a good time.
Not a good time. Yeah, definitely
In the hill country.
praying for Kerrville.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's during the flooding of
Yeah.
Kerrville and a lot of lost
Oh,
lives.
people will remember this 4th of July.
And
for a
searching.
while. Mm-hmm.
And,
Yes. So we're okay, but
But it's
Thinking about
it's
everybody
very
else.
heavy on the heart.
yes.
Yeah, Yeah.
So we had a Colorado trip recently,
we did.
and we were sitting around. I had to help you with something on your phone or whatever. And then my
Yes.
Aunt Julie was like, oh, her daughter Megan will do the same thing and help out with technology and stuff. And we make fun of you guys
I
because
know.
it's like,
It
come
makes
on.
me feel so old, but I still know what I'm doing.
But at the
most of
same time, I will say, I was just thinking
yeah.
it's still so new for, learning those new things all
Yes.
the time. It's hard for anybody. I mean, with younger
Right.
kids, you kind of get it a little better. It's just
Right.
more intuitive.
Right.
But it was not necessarily intuitive ever for you because you just didn't have it
Right.
around.
Right. We didn't grow up with that.
So I'll give you some of that because one thing that tech wise, I just don't even really try at them. I'm sure I'll need to try eventually. But what I don't even try at the moment is anything with ChatGPT. I have not done anything with it. And I don't have an account with it. I don't have anything. And it's probably something I should start messing with. But there are studies coming out now that people that use this, I'll try and find it and link it because I did see this article. People that have used AI and stuff, it literally alters their brain creativity.
Well, okay, that's
Isn't that
funny
crazy?
you should say that because I was writing something.
Yeah.
And it was just a little note, and I looked up ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
Yeah, that. And then I thought, well, those aren't really my words.
Right.
I love creating.
Yes. And
And
think,
so it was like,
yes, I think for that creativity type stuff, well, then you're handing off your art to somebody else.
yes.
Now, when it comes to writing a business email or doing something, trying to come up with better, kinder words, honestly, I think it
probably
could be
good.
very useful for
Yeah.
that. But I agree. It's like when people go in there and say, oh, make this piece of art or do this, blah, blah. I'm like, but then you're turning off that part of your brain almost,
You
know?
are, because it's like, well, would I really say that? What are your words, Kelly? How do you
Yes.
express yourself? Those may be funny or those may be cute, but are they yours?
But it's that's where technology is now. I can barely use Excel, okay?
Yeah.
This is where I am. I can barely use Excel. Okay.
Yeah.
The very
Oh, I don't
most
even
basic
use
things.
that,
I know,
but
right? I don't use ChatGPT at the moment. Who knows? If I going into OT school, I might actually have to use it. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I
it's
think they're appropriate.
Things
but
that I honestly am behind tech wise, and then I still make fun of you.
And then you do. That's right.
So it's technology it's just a whole thing.
It
I think
is.
it's just something that eventually Charles will get older and I'm going to feel like the old one who doesn't know how to do anything.
Because it evolves constantly.
So fast.
So you learn one thing and then you have to learn another.
So
and
not saying
and it takes time. And is that how I want to spend it?
Yes.
Or do I want to, it's just.
So not saying I'm not ever going to make fun of you, but I do have that little
will.
perspective on
Tomorrow.
it. Tomorrow probably. But I have that perspective. It's in there.
It's in there. Good. I'll remind you.
Man. So last week was my topic.
Yes.
And now that's why I have no notes with
What
me
we're
this week.
passionate
It's your
about, right?
turn. Yes,
Yes.
it's your turn.
So.
And I literally asked you walking into this room, I go, do you have notes?
Well, I do have a note.
That's good.
Just to remind myself. Not of what, but. One of the things that I have been passionate about for a long time, started in college, are dreams.
Oh, yeah.
And I can remember back as a kid, I would have recurring dreams.
Really? See, and I'm coming from someone, so I'm going to be asking, I'm coming from someone, I rarely remember a dream, unless it's very intense or something a lot of times very potent to like whatever I'm doing at the time or like worried about. I do not dream very often.
Well, you do dream.
Well, I do, but I just don't remember them.
You don't remember. When you do remember them, write them down because they're significant to you.
Yeah.
Because I'll dream and sometimes I'll wake up and go, that was nothing. You know, but there are dreams that jump me into reality. And the first time that this happened, I was in college and a good friend of mine had left college and she was in another country. And it was like I had this dream of bees stinging me, but I didn't feel a thing.
Weird.
And I was talking to my my advisor at that time, who, within the church careers program I was at. We'd have mentors, and so he's my mentor. And I was telling him about this, and he said, "Oh, well, think about that." And he asked me questions, and it was like, "Yeah, I'm not letting myself feel the grief. I'm just moving, you know." And it was just real interesting. And there's always layers, and that was the first layer of it.
Yeah,
But ever since then, when I dream and something really stands out to me, I write it down first thing in the morning if I can. And I'm not one that'll wake up and write them down. I'm not that good. But, you know, when I remember, and so I have this whole log of dreams. And sometimes I look back and go, well, what was that? Others I remember and go, oh, yeah. And I actually, when we were in, where was it? In Tennessee.
Yeah.
I just was looking for groups, and I found a dream group.
That's cool.
And so I started going to that. And those are really cool because when you have a dream and you share your dream.
Yeah.
If somebody is sharing a dream with you, don't interrupt them. Listen to it.
Listen to it, yeah.
And then if something does stand out at the end, you would say, if it were my dream, this would stand out.
Yeah.
Or I would wonder about this.
Yeah.
Rather than saying, oh, that means this. Because
you can't tell them. Yeah.
The only person that can interpret that dream is themselves.
Yeah.
The questions help, and being in a group. And really, what I found when I was with dream groups is that somebody will share their dream. Usually they're universal, and I'll get something out of that dream as well.
Yeah. And like, because are there certain things that just, I know you mentioned like pretty much universally represent the same thing for everybody?
They
generally
do. Yeah, like rain, a home, what part of that house is in the dream.
Yeah.
Water flooding down.
See, because I had that dream once where like the house was flooding, and it was like kind of the kitchen area, and it was like nobody else seemed to care about it, or like they just brushed it off, or what. Like it was so weird.
That's a very powerful dream.
Yeah,
because that's a flooding of emotions that you're feeling, and nobody else. It sounds like I don't know. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that, and so. There are some universal, but at the same time, you really have to look at your own. And usually the first thing you think of has meaning. Yeah. But then there's usually layers to that if you just stay with it. And I've had dreams that I've just thought about for days.
Really?
And recollected and thought, yeah, that is. It, you know, in Scripture, God speaks through dreams. He does. And I think that continues. Yeah. It's something we're working on. Yeah. And so listen to that. What's the message? And I will ask for dreams.
Yeah, you do.
There are times when I don't seem to remember any dream. And then I'll go through periods where,
you just know,
my goodness, every week there's something new. And I will ask for dreams. And I've even asked for playful dreams because I don't want any to have to think too hard. And, you know, I think there's things to it. And there's a lot of different, I'll link some dream books to this.
Yeah, because there's several dream books out there.
Yeah. But it's really interesting. I just think that they reveal a lot about what's going on within us.
And I think not just like the Bible, but I mean, Native Americans talk about, you know, dreams and things coming to them in dreams. And I think like a lot of times, you know, other cultures, like ancestors talk to them through dreams. So it's like, I think it really is a universal thing, but I think, I don't know why, but in our culture, dreams are kind of just like brushed off as just being silly.
They are, you know, but I think you're right. And I don't know, they've helped me a lot when I'm going through something and I dream it and I'm like, okay. So it started, you're processing that.
That's so cool. So it started in college and then you just kind of kept building on it?
Yeah, started in college and I just have always started paying attention because it was so powerful. Yeah. To go, oh, Kelly. Yeah. You're working through this and you don't even know it.
So cool.
you need to pay attention.
Yeah, it's all underneath.
You need to feel your feelings. You need to do, and so that was just,
it's
that
like your
was
subconscious
eye-opening.
telling you something.
And there's, there's a lot of things out there that can, online, others that help. And sometimes I'll look up, what is this symbolize often in dreams? And like, it may be on target or it may be not.
Trees, I know, tend to mean the same thing. The water, generally like flooding of, there are like certain things, the home. And then what I think you told me, like, if you're in it, it's not really you or something.
Yeah, every part of the dream represents you. So you may have another person in that dream. What is it about that person?
That's like part of you.
That's part of you that represents, something within you. So every, I may dream about someone, but what is that really about?
Yeah.
Because everything represents yourself.
Yeah.
So it's...
That's so cool? Crazy.
Yeah, but I do love dreams, and I've been looking for, and I've had some dream groups here, but I'm looking for another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're revealing, and see so let's talk about dream groups real quick.
Yeah.
So what'll happen is usually it's a small group, and if anybody has, sometimes you just don't have a dream to share.
Yeah.
But usually everybody has something, even a past one, and they'll share it.
Yeah.
And everybody just listens, no questions, nothing. And then the group will decide, wow, that sounds like you're really working on something. Would you like to go deeper into your dream? And so then people will begin to do the questioning, if it were my dream.
Yeah.
Or what does this symbol mean to you? What is this? And just kind of ask questions so that person can
get a little deeper.
Yeah, and that's what has helped me, because there are some people friends that I have that I can share a dream with, and they will ask the questions back. And I'm like, God, I didn't think of that one.
Yeah,
wait
like
a minute.
off.
Let me delve a little bit deeper.
Yeah, having someone to bounce off of. Like
and so dream groups are real helpful. And you don't have to be the one sharing, delving into your dream.
Yeah.
You can still learn.
Yeah.
And you're helping somebody else. So it's really cool. I enjoy those.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
And I think it's like in dreams too, I think people just don't share them because they don't want to. It's like a very personal, I think, vulnerable thing to share.
They are. Yeah. And a lot of times they're weird, but they still have meaning. I was carrying a horse on the ridge like it was a suitcase. And I was on one ridge, and it was a time in my life where I was kind of on a ridge going this or this. And so I was carrying a horse.
That is so funny.
Yeah. And so, there's just... different things, and you have to go, well, that was really weird. I don't know about that. But, they all reveal something.
And having recurring dreams, I don't think I've ever had a recurring dream.
Mine was when it was a spiral.
Really?
And I'd be going down as a kid. I hated that dream.
Oh, that'd be the worst.
I haven't had that.
Yeah.
There was a time it finally quit, but
Yeah. And I feel like, I remember, you have some nightmares and stuff as a kid.
Yeah.
Every now and then. But I think too, it's like parents tend to shove those off. And so it's like, even from a young age, I feel like a lot, I mean, not you didn't, but like, I just feel like even for a lot of people, even from a young age, it's like you're taught, oh, well, my dreams are silly.
Right.
Or they don't really
that's
have,
not real.
Well,
what is it that, are you scared about something today?
Yeah.
Where did something, a lot of times too, to reflect on what happened the last few days.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we deal with things like that.
And it'll sit.
So maybe I don't know. I haven't done children's dream work, but if they did, was something scary at school?
Yeah.
Was there something that bothered, because they're dealing with
we
all
stuff
have
too.
this brain that that deals with things.
And processing and definitely.
So that would be an eye opener for parents.
That's so cool.
To not push them off.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
that
is one of my passions. The other, and there's two others I was thinking of. One is stories. I love to hear
a good story.
People's stories.
Yeah.
And because I think when we're in the midst of things, we're just going through life.
Yeah.
We're trying to get through day to day, whatever we may be going through. But then when you look back on people you've encountered, on situations that have happened, you can see the tapestry.
Yeah.
And we all have stories. We just think they're mundane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I do this. But it's the people we encounter. And I guess I really got more involved with stories and hearing when I was doing stuff at Haven for Hope, the homeless shelter. And you hear these stories, and everybody has dreams and hopes. and wanted something different out of life.
Yeah.
And choices, not always choices either. Some life events that
just happen.
And you end up where you are.
Yeah.
And you can't see the beauty in it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look back, and we tell our stories, we can begin to see the graces.
Yeah.
And I call it tapestry because you have all these colors, these events, and their colors represented. Mm-hmm. And when you put them together, they're beautiful. Mm-hmm. But if you just take this one thing, it isn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But looking back, you can see graces. I'm thinking of this horrible flood. And
yes.
there are things that people go, there's nothing good. Mm-hmm. Because they've lost everything or they've lost a loved one. And even through that, when you look at the other side, years down, whatever it may be, you see, I was reading about a gentleman who, in the Wimberley floods 10 years ago, lost his, I think there were two daughters and his wife.
Oh my
and he
gosh.
was the only survivor.
Ugh.
Well, 10 years later, he's helping. He went through training so he could help for situations like this.
Yeah.
And he is now out as part of the rescue
helping
team.
rescue. That's so cool.
So it's like, who would have thought that when that happened 10 years ago? No good was from that.
Right. But
he
now.
lost everything. And he, and so I think stories, if we just listen to people's stories, we can see, and again, they're universal.
Yeah, yeah.
We can see the threads and the joys.
Yeah, definitely.
And the hard times, not to ignore.
Yeah. So are you...
That makes sense.
Yes. Are you the type of person, if you meet somebody and, you're like vibing, you're okay. Mm-hmm. Are you like trying to dive into their story as quick as possible?
I don't want to cry and jump on it.
Yeah.
But
you're not really small talky.
No, I'm not a small talk person. So I want to know, wow, how'd that, and because I just learn from it.
Yes.
Because I think, wow, I've never thought of that before. I've never seen that
and
before.
I think like my instinct is like, well, people don't care. Private. They don't, or they don't care about.
When you tell your story, you don't think they care. Okay.
Why would they want to know? Why do they want to add that to their lives? Like, why do they want to know this information? Blah, blah, blah. But I feel like for most people, I mean, that's kind of my instinct too. It's like, well, I want to know your background. I want to know, like, why are you here? I want to know, it's like, I think that tends to be an instinct for most, but like a lot of people just think, well, I'm just me. Like, why do you care?
Yeah, that's interesting because I think about that and I think, why do I want to know? Well, I think I'm fascinated. Like when I was getting my hair done the other day, and Debbie was talking about her husband, changing careers at 60 and getting into the police force, and I'm like, that's somebody following a dream. That is so cool. That inspires me.
Yeah, yeah.
That inspires me. So when I hear stories, I'm often inspired to go. And you see coincidences or whatever you want to call it, and it's like, oh, that's...
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting because it tells you how people grow, tell you how it shows you life's exciting, even in the mundane that we see. Yeah. Just living life. But it's bigger than that.
Yeah, it's
bigger than that.
And, well, when did you realize you were into stories?
Well, like I said, when it was Haven for Hope because
so that was later. You were what, in your 40s, 50s?
40s, 50s.
Somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere in there. I mean, I think I was before, but it just shook me because we used a lot of storytelling. There in different ways. It was through art. It was through
with the activities.
Some writings, but a lot of small little art things that we did, and then they would share their stories that way, and it was like.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's when it was, and realizing my own story, life story of the weavings and the changing, and how I thought I was going to do this, and then I ended up doing this, and well, I never thought myself here, but you're here. So, what is your story? How did you get here?
Yes. Yeah.
And what are you doing with it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that kind of spurred it because
I think I'm kind of similar. Like I'm not. You know, after you first, meet somebody and you think, oh, maybe be a friend or something. Like, I'm going to do small talk the first couple of times. But I'm pretty quickly like, okay, but like, how deep of a question can I ask?
Yeah.
It's like, how deep can I go? I really want to know. Like, okay, but tell me your whole life story because I am really interested.
And it is. And there are people who want to know stories just to know your story. There
Yeah,
are people who
but I
want to know your
it
story
to know them.
To know you and to grow from it even,
Exactly.
And I think also years ago, I read Condoleezza Rice had a book, Ordinary People, Extraordinary Lives. I think it was that
something
type.
like that, yeah.
And her story is just fascinating. Whether you politically agree with her or not, it has nothing to do with that.
No, her story is cool.
It is cool because she was so wanted to be a pianist and a concert and realized she couldn't, did something else, kept with the piano.
Yes.
Became this powerhouse politically
And still plays.
Still played and played for the Queen and Yo-Yo Ma with Yo-Yo Ma and all this. And it's like this fascinating story of she could never have known that was where it was going to lead.
No.
And I think that's what stories are cool because this is so far my story. I have no idea what's going to happen. My next chapter is. No idea. I can think I do.
No.
But then it changes. It changes with a phone call. It changes with
I think
with just a moment.
Oh yeah. And I think like especially if stories are told like between generations, you're like, okay, well, this happened to them and that's a really hard thing. Like I'm doing the same thing and they made it through. Like it's like that inspiration of like, I can make it through, or you just like see the similarities even like between time frames and stuff. Like it's,
and what people do with the life events that are thrown at them. Right. Yeah. Everybody suffers.
Yeah.
And there is still joy. It's what do you do with what you just got handed?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
And it's not ignoring anything, but it's all part of it. So
and it's kind of funny because your other one is dreams, and then they're kind of like
they
on
are
that same line,
similar, right? And then the last one, it's just briefly. Do I have time?
Yeah.
I'm big on. It's just about the people.
Again, on that same line of dreams and stories and people.
It's relationships, I mean, my mom worried so much about the house and cooking and getting and everything that she missed when we'd have people over, she'd miss the people. Okay,
this is when I love just bringing in the Bible story of Mary and Martha and when Jesus came to the house. And you're told this from, Sunday school time. Martha, busy getting all the house, all this. Mary was there the whole time sitting by Jesus. Yes. And then Jesus is like, see, like, slow down. Like he goes from like, slow down. Like your sister is here. Like just be with me. Yeah. That's all he wanted, And that's why I do call people like that. I'm like, that's a Martha.
Yeah. And that's why if I have people over, I want everything done ahead of time. Because I want to enjoy the people. I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen and miss the conversation and miss the people. And one time I had somebody was visiting us from when we lived in Tennessee, and it was kind of a busy evening, and all I provided was tomato soup or and grilled cheese. And later, it was a year or two later, I was back in Arlington visiting, and the husband came to me and said, she was so impressed. That his wife was so impressed that I didn't worry about the food and I just did that.
That's so cool.
And then we went, and I was like, I never even thought of it.
Yeah.
But it's that simplicity. Funny. And that struck me to go, that's what's important.
Yeah.
We sat around the table. It wasn't.
And talked. I know, because I think I care about a clean house. When
I do
come
too.
over.
I don't like junk everywhere.
I'm like, I think, I go to other people's houses. How much am I thinking about? Unless it's like, just gross. That's different.
Dirty is different than... I have a lived-in house.
Yes. There's a lived-in house, and then there's just like... But how much am I really thinking about other people's messes or... I don't. I'm not.
Unless there's, filth.
Filth is different.
But that's different than just clutter. And being lived in a house. You've got toys everywhere. You got books somewhere. You got this. You got dishes. I do not care. And so it's like, I don't care about other people's, I should not care about what people think of my house. I just want people to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So I think that's just about relationships. Presence in relationships.
Yeah. Yeah. So you are big on that. And I think it's starting to get... I don't know. At least for I think it's starting to get more that way. Like, I mean, I have friends that worry, about how their place looks and stuff. But for the most part, especially with the people that I know that have kids, it'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. The house is like, please, like, I do not care.
This is the way, this is
My
life.
house looks the same. Yeah. It is fine.
We live in it. We move in it.
And so I think it's becoming more acceptable, And I think even if you don't, I keep saying with kids, but like, even if you don't have kids, it's fine.
It's fine.
People live in houses.
They live, yes.
In their homes.
Yeah. Stuff spills on the floor and you wipe it up best you can.
Yes, exactly.
And move on.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't get everything dusted.
No. Oh, I definitely don't. I hate dusting. It is the worst chore.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I think that's good. Definitely. Yeah. So I think all your passions are stories and
they kind of run together, don't they?
This is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. But so hopefully we'll link some dream books for people
I'll
are interested in that. Definitely.
Sure. Yeah.
And then next week, so we have done a cooking class.
Yes.
And that's what our experience
that's
for this summer. So it'll be good.
Our experience, yeah. Yes. And if y'all have any ideas of things that you think would be a good experience thing,
we'd love to hear about it.
We'd love to hear about it.
For sure. Just reach out to us. Yeah.
All right. So we look forward to next week when you take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.